Namaste. Thank you for joining this morning. As always, please practice according to your condition and please respect your limitations. If you know the variations, of course, you may explore them, but otherwise, if you have any injuries or anything like that, please be mindful of that. And remember, the practice is an offering. So how you're feeling is to an extent affecting everybody. So just try to feel good and just deliver the best experience that you can through your body to all beings. On that note, let's begin. So let's start with our eyes closed. Go inward. Before creation, what existed? God was always there in the midst of it all, and will still be there even beyond the ends of this universe. Merge that highest, divine, supreme being now that is infinite as everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let's start off with the main breathing. And this is not a nostril technique with no breath retention, but we may add a little bit of a breath retention as we get comfortable with it, just long enough to just get the little bit of a silence. There's no need to do the locks because we're only holding it for a very, very short time. So the count will be 8 when we first start on the inhale and the exhale, and gradually we'll do 8, 6, 8 with 6 on the breath retention. Okay, so throughout the practice, just try to keep the attention fixed on the space between the eyebrows. Left hand in Yana Mudra, right hand, second and third fingers fold down. This is Vishnu Mudra. When you turn the palm towards you, it becomes a mudra that we use for pranayama. It's no longer Vishnu Mudra anymore. The thumb for the right nostril, the right ring finger for the left nostril. Continuous inflow and outflow of breath. And just you can imagine the breath moving down as you inhale down towards through the body, exhale, floating back up. So just keep on watching the movement of the breath. So sitting up tall and straight. Breathe out completely. Then close off the right side. Inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4. Watch your breath moving down. 6, 7, 8. Close the left side. Open the right. Exhale back up. 2, 3, 4. Observe the breath moving all the way up to the opening of the throat. 7, 8. Inhale down through the right. 3, fill up gradually. 4, expand the lungs, expand the chest, raise the chest. And then close the right side, open left, exhale. 3, back up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down, left. 4, evenly breathe in. Close the left, open right, exhale, back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, deflating gradually. 7, 8. Inhale down through the right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close right, open left. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down. Keep watching the movement of the breath. 4, fill up right to the top of the chest. 6, 7, 8, close left, open right. Exhale. 2, 3, gradually deflate, be completely empty by the 8th count. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close right, open left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Incorporating hold now. Inhale down left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close both sides nose. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the right. 3, 4. Gradually, again, watch the breath rise up. 6, 7, 8. Down through the right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold the breath out. Hold the breath here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down through the left. Keep watching the movement of the breath. Lose yourself in that vision of the breath moving. Close left, hold the breath, both sides nose closed. 4, 5, 6. Exhale out to the right for 8. Down through the right for 8. Close right, hold the breath. Exhale out through the left. Inhale left. Keep the breath very steady and even. Close, hold both sides of the nose closed as you hold the breath. Exhale out to the right. Down to the right. Close both sides of the nose, hold. Exhale left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale down to the left. Hold the nose closed, hold the breath. Exhale out to the right. Back down to the right. Close and hold. Exhale left. Conclude. Bring the right hand down, and right and on the right knee with the Yana Mudra, both hands. Take a moment to just notice the state of the mind, any shifts in the state, mental, physical, or emotional state, without any concern. Just observe like you're the witness. And through the breath retention, perhaps you notice that the mind went still, with the body still as well. When the body is still, the mind has more of an opportunity to enter into that quietness. Through the practice, always try to find that quietness through all the forms equally, no matter what form you're doing. And even when the body is moving, try to keep the mind as still as possible, always coming back to that idea of just trying to find calmness in the mind. And through that calmness, you become craving free, without that restlessness, without those desires turning around less tendency to produce those cravings that cause perhaps attachments that ultimately lead to suffering. So, trying to keep the mind in a calm state now. Let's begin the practice. Come to standing. So start off by charging the body up with the earth's energy. Separate the feet about 10 inches. Bring the arms up. Inhale, pull the earth's energy right up to the soles of feet. 2, 3, 4. Visualize the energy rising through the body. 7, 8. Hold it all at the fingertips. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. Use your attention to attract all the earth's energy right up to the fingertips. 3. You have to use your imagination to produce these effects, to believe in them. 7, 8. Holding the attention and the breath of the fingertips again. 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. Feel that charge rippling right down through every part of your being. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale one last time. Pull your energy right up through the body to the fingertips. Feel that yourself being flooded by the energy. 4, 5, 6. And you in turn will feel charged up. Holding it all at the fingertips. Hold the breath. Exhale down to allow that earth's energy to propagate all throughout your body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now and continue some exercises to help promote even more release of the impurities through the heat. So do the exercises with enthusiasm and do the breathing with vigor to get the full extent of the benefits. Arms up, inhale, exhale down. Inhale, straight up, walk the arms. Exhale, pull down. Spread your fingers and form fists as you yank the arms down. And now, same with the hands. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, pull back in. And release. Arm swings back and forth. Throw the arms behind the ears. And then release. Arms across the chest now. Inhale. Exhale, throw them back. You have to move the joints in every which way possible. Keep the body in a state of radiant health. Make the body the vehicle that is used to carry out your mission. You have to keep it in good condition. Good. Now, arms up over the head. Inhale. Exhale, throw the body down. Line the belly to slap against the thighs. One more. Just stay down here. Allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way up. Next one, squats. So if you can't go down all the way because your knees, just go down to the extent you can. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull down. Remember, practice according to your condition and your abilities. And press right back up. Elbows out to the side, at the height to the elbow, the shoulders. Twist from side to side. Exhale as you complete the twist on each side. And back to the center. Next one, similar to what we did before, squatting, but 4 movements. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, circle down. jack in the box, springing right out of the box, and being pushed right back down. Now, arms in front of the body, the height of the shoulders. Inhale, circle around to the front again. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Feel as though the arms were spring-loaded. And now, arms down by the sides of the body. Circle in a quarter this time. Inhale, circle around to the front. Pull in, exhale, and drop the arms down. And then release. Walk the feet a little bit further away from one another. Feet pointing, toes pointing out. Going from side to side. Left arm up, inhale. Bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Bend to the left. And then release. Next one, the same movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale, bend to the right, hold the breath, go a little bit deeper on the breath retention. And coming back up on the exhale, right arm up, inhale, bend to the left. Try to do it without incurring too many wrinkles in the underside of the body. And then back up. Continue. Again, moving away, that is mindful, that feels good to you, so that all beings feel good through you. If you go to a place of pain and suffering, anxiety and distress, this is what you're transmitting. So try to avoid that as much as possible. All these movements done to move everything, to keep all the systems working efficiently. You want to keep the body healthy so that you can carry out your mission of spreading love and knowledge that helps to remove suffering, those patterns that we tend to cling to, that always keeps us in a place of just repeating our suffering. Rise above it. And those are all mental, physical, and emotional patterns that we try to eventually break down so we can continue to evolve and learn, not get stuck in one way of thinking. All those impressions just reinforce. Remain receptive and open to all experiences, all possibilities, all perspectives. All right, now let's come down onto the hands and knees. Cat-cow. On the inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, fire up the core muscles. Exhale. Inhale, stretch the belly skin, telescope the neck out, shoulders. Exhale, round the back, stretch the back skin. Right to the top of the head through the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push the chest forward. So you create space in the lower back. Exhale. Inhale. Still allow the breath to pass even when the chin comes in towards the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exaggerate the movement. Make the spine a very efficient conduit of energy. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now come back to neutral back. Raise your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, swing it out to the right. So loosening up the hip here. Throw the leg up and back, and then swing out to the right. Feel as though we're a great pendulum. Went out of control. And then the other hand, left leg up, and swing out to your left. If you can, try to keep your leg when it comes down, no lower than the hip, but of course move according to condition. And then release. Make your way onto the belly now. Now you want to anchor down through the lower body, the hips, the thighs, the tops of the feet. Join the hands together if you can. Interlace the fingers, or if it's not possible because of shoulders, you can keep your arms apart. Now we're trying to lift your chest up, so engage the buttocks in your upper back. Up, inhale. Exhale, down. Up, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Really press down to the tops of the feet. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up and down. Release. Drop the arms by the sides of the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Now bring the arms in the front of the body. Have the choice here of raising both legs and arms at the same time on the inhale and back down. If you need a little bit of an adjustment, modification, bring the left arm up and the right leg up, and then switch on the next breath. Otherwise, if you can, you try to throw your legs up, and as the legs come down, the hips and the chest press into the ground, this might propel your upper body up. So you swing, don't use your hands, it stops the flow of energy. So just try to rock, use the motion of the legs and body in this. So in. And then release. Forehead in the hands, breathe in. Breathe out. To get used to the exercise, as you do a few times, you gain momentum to come up higher and higher. And now bring your hands underneath the shoulders, into table, and the seat all the way back behind the heels. Next one has 4 movements. Inhale, come up into high cat. Exhale, Cobra, drop it in the hands, chest forward, the head back. Inhale, back up, high cat. Exhale, seat all the way back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, forward. Widen through the heart of the chest. Back up, inhale. Round to your back. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale. Exhale, uncoil. And start to coil inward again. Tuck your chin in. And send the seat back. Inhale. Again, create some visualizations to help you to move with grace, with power. Back up. Inhale. All the way back. Imagine you're a wave emerging from the ocean. and reaching its full height, and then starting to diminish, cresting, and then disappearing back into the ocean. Flat. Inhale up and forward. And of course, those waves are constant. They always keep on coming. Up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to jam up the back of the neck or the lower back. Up, inhale. And back, moving away. That doesn't create those big wrinkles in the lower back or the back of the neck. And forward, just like a hose. If you bend it deeply, it'll stop the water flow. Inhale up and forward. You want to keep the flow going to reach all parts of you. Up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. If you imagine by moving with power and grace and ease, this might actually translate to your movements. And back up, inhale. And exhale. Return to child's pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Relax. Okay, so next one we're going to slide into Cobra. So if you can, you start to glide forward on your belly and then lift the head and chest, hold the breath as you hold in your Cobra pose. Exhale all the way back. If it's too much to glide, you can just come forward in baby plank. On the inhale, drop your hips and bring the head up and back. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And then return. Try to get the big toes together, at least like the tail of a snake. It doesn't have any feet. Inhale, glide forward. Tug the floor towards you to propel yourself forth with more ease and power. And back. Exhale. Inhale, brush your nose to the ground, slide your belly forward, and then rise up. Try to imitate the snake on all levels, mentally, physically, and even emotionally. Copy the form. And back, exhale. Imagine having that boundless range of motion. And then when you arrive into the pose, be regal and wise, reflect the coolness and calmness of that serpent. And back, exhale. And again, inhale. Come up. Be mighty and fierce and fearless. And back. Those who want a little extra, King Cobra for the next few. So as you come up, come onto your fingertips, open the knees, and try to bring your toes to the head. You have to imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. And then back. This is an option, but just helps move just a few more joints. Come up, hold the breath, be like the kingless serpents. Magnificent and mighty. And back, exhale. Inhale. When you come up, the whole trunk is up off the ground. It's just from the tops of the legs and up. Bring the head up and back. Really press into the fingertips, get right. And back, exhale. Inhale. Come up, hold the breath again. Try not to lose the neck. Extend the neck out, the shoulders to meet every height advantage you can get so the feet can reach the head more easily. And back, exhale. Picture the shape in your mind. Try to copy it to the best that you can of your abilities. Hold. Back, exhale. Last time, inhale. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. Child's pose, breathe in. And breathe out. I'm going to try another one now. Come standing on your knees. It's good for strengthening the core and the thighs. press down, anchor down through the legs, so the lower legs, tops of the feet. So here, you can have your arms across the chest, on the thighs, on the seat. If you're stronger, you can be like a pitchfork, your elbows height to the shoulders, or maybe even above the head. And then we're going to inhale, stretch up here, hold the breath, lean back, come back up, exhale here, and then keep going. You have to press the thighs towards another. As you get stronger, you can get lower. Try to keep your body like a flat board. The breath helps to make the body move lighter. The challenging part, of course, is coming back up. Stop when you need to. Fierce determination. Really press down to the tops of the feet. 2 more. Good. And release. So here, if you can, you either sit on your feet, your heels, and bring your hands back and stretch out as much as you can. If you can sit between your heels, lower down a little bit more, depending on your flexibility, maybe on your elbows, maybe all the way onto your back. If you're on your back, try to bring your thighs again together. You can take over the opposite elbows over your head. Now, regardless of what form you're doing, inhale, take a deep breath in. Fill up the chest, raise the chest. Exhale. Just deflate completely. Feel the back of the body sagging. If you're on the ground, the back of the body just sinks into the ground. The belly button just goes right through the body into the ground. And then tip to your left. If you're on your back again, bring the leg out, right leg out, and then tip to your left, right, and just get your left leg out. Good. Now extend the arms over the head. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come into a tuck. Knees and shoulders. Chin to the knees, inhale. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Again, powerful movements. Exhale. Inhale, stretch out the body. Exhale, make the body look like a fist. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze tight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend. This time hold the breath and tuck again. Bring the shoulders up off the mat. Try to touch the knees, the shoulders, bring the shoulders to the knees. Try to get your forehead to the hands above the knees. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Spread your fingers and toes. Hold the breath and tuck. All the body parts coming together in the middle. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold the breath, come into tuck. Everything stops. All the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and the emotions are completely still. Release, exhale. Even through the tension. Inhale, stretching through the physical effort. The mind remains utterly calm, undisturbed, unjudging, unaffected. Release. Continue to be like the witness, just watching it all with just unconditional love towards all that you observe. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold and tuck. Pull in. Even if you can't touch your forehead to the hands, just keep your attention there. See to divine perception. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath and tuck. And release, exhale one more time. Inhale, stretch. And tuck. Release. Relax for a moment, breathe in. Fill yourself up. Imagine you're being lights of beams of energy are flooding the body, coming through the skin. Exhale, just allow to send the energy all the way throughout. Feel recharged, feel rejuvenated. Now from here you can swing the legs up. You can bring your arms over the head if you like. Bring the legs back behind the head if you can. And roll right up to standing, or just come up any which way you can. So now we're going to come to the front of the mat here. And Justine with Surya, namaskar. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so now come to the front of the mat, hands to the heart. Remember to renounce all the fruits of the practice. Imagine this as your divine obligation to all beings everywhere. Raise your arms up over the head, reach up and back as you see fit. Then fold the body down, hinging at the hips, bring the hands down to the ground. Bend your knees if you need to get your hands flat. Then the right foot back, lower down the knees, sink down to the seat. Into the high plank. Lower down the knees, the seat all the way back, and glide forward into the Cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana, lift the seat up and back. Allow the head to drop below the arms. Soften the line in the back. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands softly. Bring the back knee down, sink down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Rise up, arch back. Engage your buttocks and upper back again to support you in the movement. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up. And go down. Uttanasana. Fold the body in half. A gesture of humility. Your head down. Left foot back. Lower down the knees. Sink down to the seat. Into the plank. Lower down the knees. The seat all the way back. Glide forward between the arms smoothly. Into the Cobra. Chest wide open. Heart open in every sense. Adho Mukha Savasana. Allow the heart to melt down towards the ground. Head to come below the arms. Then the left foot steps forward. So if you have trouble with that, you can bring your back knee down first, and if the foot doesn't go all the way to your hands, just slide it forward with your left hand, assist it forward. Then propel the feet back together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing, reach up. And come back home, hands to the heart. Don't worry about the breath, just move the body in a way that allows the breath to remain steady and even. The breath will figure it out and deliver more fluidity, more power, and more ease. Right foot back. This time, do not let the back knee drop. Keep the back leg strong. Into the plank. From here, lower down the knees, the seat back. And this time, as you're coming through, lift the hips and knees up off the ground. Swing right into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Drop the heart down again towards the ground, the head below the arms, and the right foot steps forward without dropping the back knee. Keep the back leg strong. And then send the left foot in to meet the right. Uttanasana. Come right to standing, reach up and back, and return home. Pranayama. Always coming back to the source of divine love at the heart, spiritual heart. Reach up and back. Fold the body down. Uttanasana. Left foot back again. Keep the back knee lifted. Into the plank. Lower the knees, the seat all the way back. Then here, swing forward. Press into your hands and press into the tops of the toes. Lift the hips and knees away from the ground. Arch again. Like a dog howling at the moon. And back into downward facing dog, like a dog stretching its back. Then the left foot steps forward, back knee stays lifted, and send the foot in to meet the left. Uttanasana. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. And again, raise your arms up. Fold down. Uttanasana. Again, slightly different variation. Back leg, right leg back with the knee up off the ground. Into plank. This time, if you can, bring the seat back, the knees up. So you can swing right through into upward facing dog from here without touching your hips and knees to the ground. If that's too much, just repeat what we did last time with the knees coming down first, or just sliding as we did before in the first one. Downward facing dog. Then the right foot steps forward, back leg stays strong. Feet together, Uttanasana. Pull the body to your legs. Face against the shins if your legs are straight. Come right up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch the body move with more power and ease and grace. Pull the body down. Every posture an offering. Left foot back, keep the back knee lifted into the plank. And then if you're coming into upward facing dog, you have to push with your toes, send the elbows right against the body. Press into your hands and swing forward. Back into downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward to the hands, back leg strong. And then the feet together, Uttanasana, bounce the legs. And reach up, think of the intention, the consciousness of the pose. Open yourself with divine grace. Return again to the heart, the source of divine love. Raise your arms up. And then fold the body down in half, a gesture of deep humility with the head down, the eyes downcast. Different variation this time. Lift the head and chest, press into your hands, hold your breath, and jump or walk back, hovering just above the ground. And swinging into upward facing dog here. Now bend the toes under. Try to get your hips a little bit further forward. And here, pulse by pushing through the heels. Push the shoulders back like you're trying to fold the body in half. Make like a dog howling at the moon again. Imitate the form. Try to tap into all our divine qualities of what you're representing. Now from here, push into your hands, lift the seat, lift the heels, and then downward facing dog. Now pulse here again. Try to get your belly closer to your thighs, your chest to come down. Try not to bend your elbows though. Keep melting your shoulders to the ground. Those of you who are flexible may be able to bring the top of the head to the ground. More flexible still, the nose, maybe even the chin. Be like a dog loyal to its master. Exhibit that beautiful quality of the dogs. And now from here, getting ready to come back up. Lift the head, lift the heels, bend the knees, look between your hands. Hold your breath. Bring your feet forward, hopping or walking. Pull the body against the legs, head down. Come right up to stand and reach up and back. Come back home, hands to the heart. Raise your arms up over the head again. Stretch the whole front of the body. Open yourself up fully. Create space. Approach true nature, which is boundless, absolutely boundless in potential. Bend your knees here. Land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind the back. Again, push your chest towards the knees. Exhale. Use the body to push against the legs. A little bit deeper version this time. Imagine your chest going beyond the knees. The top head's about to touch the feet at any moment. And now place the hands down. Lift hand, chest. Hold the breath. Bend your elbows, you go back so you don't land the big, heavy, jarring movement. And into upward facing dog, adjust if you need to, come into Cobra if you need to. Then from here, bend the toes under, and here transition between upward and downward. Try for at least 3 times if you need to. If it's too much, you can just do it once, but nice and slow. Into downward facing dog, roll over your toes, and then try to push your heart between your shoulder blades. And then as you come into upward facing dog, uncoil, chest forward, back the other way, right away. Push into your hands, tuck the chin, lift the seat, and then soften the line in the back by melting the heart down, downward facing dog. Come forward again, roll over your, press into your toes, roll over your toes into upward facing dog. Back the other way, round your back, roll back, downward facing dog. Good. Allow again the head to drop down below the arms, the belly comes towards the thighs. And then get right again, come forward, lift the heels, bend the knees, look to where you're jumping. Hold the breath and bring the feet there. Quietly, walking or hopping, pull the body down onto your legs. Bend your knees again, join the hands behind the back, move deeper into the pose. Imagine your chest going beyond your knees, the top of the head again, sliding towards the feet. The hands maybe eventually in front of your head or over the shoulders. And then pulling them further forward. Then from here, release. Bring your arms up over the head. Arch back. And then come back home, hands to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. From the heart center, inhale up to the crown. Send all your love up there. Hold the breath. Imagine that love you're sending out to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in the hearts of all beings. And release. So now, a few balance poses. Starting off with ballet pose. Bring the right foot up, take hold of the heel, and depending on your ability, you might be able to just bring your knee out. Try to straighten your leg as much as possible. Bring your left arm out. If it's too much, you can hold underneath the knee and just really engage the inner leg muscles. If you're more flexible, you can bring the foot up higher, closer to the shoulder, lean to your left so your fingers and toes stay in the same line. So you either look like a letter Y or maybe the letter T, capital T. Flex your foot, it helps with balance, and lift up through the heart. Good. Now from here, bring the leg forward. Again, if you need to bend your knee, you can. Left hand to your hip. So if you can, you bend your knee first, you take the big toe, and then see if you can extend the leg again. Those who feel comfortable can see if you can lean back a little bit. Again, push to the base of the toes. Imagine trying to get your shoulders level with your hips. And then release. So for the next time, if that was really unreachable, you can just take hold of your knee and then see if you can push your belly towards your thighs and then lean back a little. You have to bend your left knee, turn your toes out towards the left. Try it on the other side now. Standing on your right foot, take hold of the heel. Again, modify as you need to. Like standing against a wall if you're having trouble balancing is also another way you can do this pose. Just break down the pose into something that is attainable for you. Have no judgment, just do your best. It's not the result that's important, it's the effort. Good, bring the leg up higher if you like, open up. Be like a magnificent, graceful, poised dancer. Good. And then come forward again. Bend your knee first. If you're taking the big toe, the two peace fingers around the inside of the big toe and the thumb around the outside. Bring your right hand to your hip and see if you can lean back. You have to push through the base of the big toe. Or again, take hold of the shin and lean back like this. And then come back down. Good. So one more. I'll turn the side so you can see. Bend your knees, lunge your belly on your thighs, index fingers to the ground, slide your right toes back, and then lift the right knee up if you can. As high as you can, the foot comes to your seat. Your belly is resting on your thighs. Hold your breath and float your fingers up. Raise them right up. If you can bring your arms over the head. So think of a hummingbird, very small, little delicate bird. Nice and compact. The head towards the floor. If you want, you can go into toppling tree. Those who are more able, interlace your fingers, open up the palms and extend the right leg. Bring your head forward a little bit, arch the back. Again, according to your abilities. And from here, release. Bring the right foot back down, step up beside your left. Breathe in, lift the head, breathe out. Leg like a rag doll. Just drop all the reactions out of the body, especially the negative ones. Let them all go. Start again with a clean slate and again a determined mindset. Fingertips of the index fingers to the ground, slide your left foot back. And see if you can raise the left knee up as high as you can. The top of the head about the height of the knee, then hold the breath so you can float your index fingers right up. And maybe take them above the head. You have to keep gazing at the ground and fall towards your toes a little bit. Bring more weight into the front of the foot, the base of the toes and the toe pads. You can stay here or extend the leg. Join the hands together, open up the palms. Toppling tree. Point the toes. Pull the hands over your shoulders. Chest forward. up a little bit. And then from here, bring the left foot down beside the right. And again, breathe in. Breathe out, slump down. Good. Now from here, roll your way up. Stand sideways, facing out long edge of the mat. Fingertips on the same line as the elbows. Jump your feet apart. Go to your left. If you're facing away from the screen, you can just turn around 180 degrees. Now try to get nice and low. Try to get your seat down low, so lower than the hips so that the knee goes over the toes, and when you swing the right arm down, maybe eventually your fingertips will touch the ground. Come forward with a sense of determination and power, just like the warrior, never hesitating in their duty to protect, to serve. Sweep the right arm up to meet the left. Virabhadrasana 1, allow the head to drop back. If you're having trouble turning the hip, your body's still sideways, lift the back heel if you need to. Square off the hips. Show abject devotion to those that you serve. Lower the knee down to the ground. Kapi asana. Rock the shoulders back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Try not to bend the elbows. Keep them close to the head. Think of the shape of a crescent moon and realize it with your body. Push the chest up, away from the seats to create more space in the lower back. If it's too much, you can take your hands to the knee or maybe into your seat. Use heels or palms to guide the seat down, the tailbone under, and lift the chest, rib basket up with your fingertips. Try to smooth out all the wrinkles in your lower back in your skin underneath your hands. Good. Stay a little bit longer in the pose in whatever form you're in. And then coming back up. Press into the front knee. Lift up into more upright position. Slide your left toes in, bend the toes under on the back foot. Raise your right arm up. And then dive down to the right. Dive down to the left. Try to get the armpit to sit on the outside of the knee. Okay, so you're coming all the way across. Anchor the leg in place first with your left hand so you can bring the arm down on the leg. Left hand pushes into right, either a fist or flat hand, and push down hard so that the belly rises up over the thigh, the center of the chest comes towards the thumbs. So you don't want to have your body shrinking down beside your leg and your hands at the shoulders. Your hands should be centered in front of the heart, and pull the left shoulder all the way back. Pull the left hip back, the top of the head forward. If you want to take a bind, go ahead. You bring your seats back a little bit so you can use your left hand to guide the elbow. And if you bring your seat back, you have more space for the hand to go underneath. Left arm goes over the back and you pull the head out a little bit more, and then you join your hands just against the belly. If you can, hold your breath and lift the back knee up off the ground. Push through that heel and then keep on turning. Face and chest eventually facing way up. Always again according to your ability. From here, break the pose. Bring the right knee down. Bring the hands to the inside of the foot. Move the left foot out to the edge of the mat and fall to the right. Try to get your hip down. So you don't want to have this thing happen when your foot is way away from your shoulder and your knee is close to your shoulder, nor do we want this with knee falling out to the side. Keep your knee and your heel more or less in the same line. Your knee close to the shoulder. If you can't get your hips down because they're a little bit tight, just stay on your hands, but keep dropping your hips forward like you're doing a Cobra pose. If you're able to get on your forearms, think of Sphinx pose. Anchor down through the hips. And if your hips are anchored down, you can move your arm to the outside of the foot. And then this gives you a little bit more ability to come down lower. Maybe if you keep reaching forward, the belly will come down and then the chest. The left shoulder lands on the foot. You can go only as far as your imagination. Keep cultivating a boundless imagination. See yourself in the forms. Tap into all their divine qualities, and when you merge with them, that's when you find the ease. Now we're going to come back onto the hands, bend the toes under, and send the left foot back. Come into plank. Turn to your left, Vasisthasana. Your left hand comes more from the nose and to the right, and then come up. Try to have your arms straight, your hips forward. Make sure you don't drop sink into your shoulder, lose your neck, or let your hips sag. Push your hips up to stay strong. If you need to, you can keep the left knee on the ground. Keep raising the hip and bring the right arm back. And then go to the other side now. Come back to plank. You can keep your ankles crossed. Your right hand comes towards the left, your left ankle in front of the other one. Anchor them together and then push your hips up. This helps with stability. Right arm stays fully extended, left arm extending up. Now come back into plank position. Turn this way again. And then from here, left foot comes up. Take a moment here. If you can, bring your head down to the ground. If you can take your head to the ground, you can reach forward and take hold of the edges of the mat if you need to, the front edge, to help you. And if you can walk your right hand back somewhere between your foot and your head comes between your foot and your hand. Those who are able can take even your right hand to the inside of the heel. Can't reach the foot, somewhere on the thigh, on the leg, or on the body. Try to take the right arm up off the ground. Again, according to your comfort level. Good. And from here, we'll replace the right hand where it was. Swing the left leg forward between the hands. And then spin again towards the long edge of the mat. Arms out. Come up. Go to the other side now. Turn your right foot forward. Back into warrior two. Sink down to the seat. Nice and low. Long, strong lines. Be true to the form of that great, mighty warrior. Embody all their characteristics and qualities. And then sweep the left arm up. Virabhadrasana 1. Allow the head to drop back. Show your devotion. Back knee is close to the ground. And from here, lower the back knee down, flatten out the toes. Kapiyasana. Pull body by the hips. Imagine the arms are attached to everything inside above the hips. Pull the shoulders back, stretch from the index fingers all the way down to the toes, right through the body. Eventually, maybe the index fingers go over the back toes. Keep imagining yourself in the pose, in the practice you're trying to access. Even if it's not accessible right now, constant repetition will eventually land you there with ease. And then break the pose, coming back up. From here, slide your right foot in. Bend the toes under and the back foot. Parivita Parsvakonasana. Your legs like a box. The toes are bent under the left foot to keep the balance. Left arm up. Dive down to the right. The armpit is staying on the outside of the knee. Right hand pushes into your left. And as you push down, notice how the belly again rises up to a little bit over the thigh. And then turn, pull the right hip back. The head moves forward to lengthen the spine, and exhaling, you're rolling a little bit deeper. Right shoulder goes back. If you want to take the bind, again, push your seat back. Left elbow is right against the calf, and then use your right hand to see if you can get your hand to come a little bit more easily underneath. Right arm goes over your back. Pull a hand out if you need to, and then take your hands together. If you can, lift the back knee up off the ground. Hold the breath. Don't do it fast so as not to lose your balance. Then you'll look like you're lying right on your back. Shoulders at the same height from the ground. break the pose. Bring your hands back to the inside of that right foot. Move the right foot out. Flatten out your toes and then slide your left foot back as far as you can so that when you fall to your left, your hip can come to the ground more easily. Then roll to the right. Try to get the right side down as well, as close to the ground as the other side. Maybe eventually front hips both come down. Keep creeping your chest forward. Think of a lizard just sunning itself on a warm earth. Nice low profile. Again, keep your knee close to the shoulder. The aim is eventually get your body lower than the knee. If you're on your hands, you just keep on dropping your hip down and sliding your left foot back so that if your hips feel heavy, maybe the rest of the body will eventually come down. When the hips are down, the belly and the chest will come down more easily. And then come back onto your hands. If you're on the forearms, bend the toes under on the left foot, come back to plank. This time, downward facing dog. Bring your seat back. And from here, Vasisthasana again. Move your left hand towards the right. Keep your hips high as you go into Vasisthasana. Those if you want. Keep going into wild thing. Slide your right toes back. Push to the base of the toes and flip your hips and chest up. You have to orient your chest up. Slide your left foot in a little bit so you get the base of the big toe down. And those you can, if you have a nice long reach, your right fingertips when it comes to the ground, you spin on the left heel of the palm, you might end up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Again, those who are able-bodied, this is not necessarily for everyone, do according to your condition. And then spin back, spin on the left heel of the palm, keep your left arm fully extended, come back to downward facing dog. Try it on the other side now. The right hand moves towards the left, keep your hips high, and start to turn to your Vasisthasana. You can stay here again if you want, or if you slide your left toes back and push your hips forward and up, and spin on the heel of the palms. The fingers are facing towards the middle of the mat. The base of the big toe, the left foot is down. You keep reaching your left arm over your head, and then eventually you might be able to spin right into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Spin on the heel of the palms, your hands and your feet land beside one another. To come back the same way. You have to spin on the heel of the palm, keep your hip up, your shoulder, your arm fully extended, back to downward facing dog. Now again, if you like, you move forward, you can hold the front edge of the mat and raise the left leg up. So you can bring your head down to the ground, somewhere behind your hands. And then keep pulling with the right hand, the edge of the mat or on the ground. Bring your left hand back, walk it back, see if you can find the leg. If you can, take hold of the inside of the left heel. This again is an option. If it's too much, you can just stay with Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana, right leg up. And then release, left hand comes back, lift the head and bring the right leg between your hands. Spin towards long edge of the mat. Good, so from here, arms up to the side, you can join your hands behind your back. You can take hold of your opposite elbows if you like, rest them on your back. And then, so it's a modification here, and then bring your body down. Try to get the head between your feet. If your hands are joined, you try to bring your hands right towards the ground in front of your head. Maybe some of you are very flexible and get your hands down to the ground. Try to get your body between your legs. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Then from here, come up halfway. Good. Release the hands, come all the way up. Easy Chakasana. I'm going to turn this way so you can see a little bit easier. Turn your toes out here. Your toes are about the width of the mat. And then bring your hands to the seat, bend your knees, bend your seat, pull the seat down a little bit. Make like you're riding on a horse. Bring your head back, and then if you want, you can slide your hands one at a time down the backs of the legs. Land them just below the knees. The heels of your palms are pressing just below the knees. And then from here, keep pushing your legs into your hands. Straighten out your legs a little bit by pushing your hips forward and up. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. The thumbs will come further in between. Those who are more flexible can walk your hands down further. Maybe some of you will eventually step on your fingers with your heels. Do again according to your abilities. And now, ready to come back up. So if your hands on your legs somewhere, walk them back up one at a time. One hand's higher than the other. Then push into your seat once they're there. Pull down and come back up. Arms out to the side. Jump your feet back together. Stand tall in shodhana. Mountain pose from the base of the spine, like the base of the mountain. Inhale all the way up to the crown. Imagine it's the summit of the mountain. Exhale back down to the base of the spine. Remain solid and unshakable in your practice, in your devotion to the practice. Unmovable, just like a mountain. Now come down onto the knees. From here, bring your forehead down. Just in front of the knees. Your arms can be in front or just beside your feet, and then lift the head up. Lift the seat up. So your hips are over the knees. You feel a stretch in the back of the neck. If it's too much, you can just slide your head forward a little bit so you're more at the top of the head. If your forehead closer to the knees, you would imagine you're going to almost touch the floor with your backs and your shoulders, like you're going to move into plow. Come on, more. Your chin comes right into your chest. Your hips over your knees. Good. And roll back on the top of the head. So those of you who are more comfortable to stay here, you can. Otherwise, you can lift your seat up. Some of you might be able to press right into a headstand from here. The hands either in front, the back of the hands down, or if you need to, change your hands around so you're on your fingertips. Your wrists are towards you, fingers are away. And then raise one leg up behind you, bend the foot, knees so the foot comes close to your seat. And then just pull your toes away from the ground and the foot that's still on the ground. Okay, and then keep pressing your fingertips. Maybe the left leg goes further back. If you're more advanced, you can, and your arms are in front, you can open up your stance, finger stance, so they're on either side of the mat, and do with your hands behind your head. Okay, so again, according to your abilities, those of you who feel comfortable can even lift your fingers up one at a time until you're just on the index finger. Know your abilities, know your comfort level. Don't go to a place of distress, anxiety, pain, or suffering. And then come back down. From here, child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Roll your way up. Sit to one side. You can take your legs out in front. Scooch to the front of the mat. Good. And then from here, tuck your chin in. And then roll back. Press into your arms so your feet come behind your head. Now you want to try to bring your arms behind your back and join your hands together so the wrists come together, the elbows come close to one another. And place your hands on your back. Those who feel comfortable, raise one leg up. Imagine trying to touch the ceiling with your toes. Try to get your toes in line with your shoulders, and then when your other leg comes up, you'll have a nice straight line from the chin all the way up to the toes. Those who have a lotus, go ahead. If it's too much, you can, and your arms are behind your back. So this is with your lotus. Try to bring your knees up higher than your hips. If you can't get your arms fully behind your back, it looks
maybe looks more like this. Your legs might be bent if you need to. Not bent, but just a little bit more over the head, so your legs are at an angle, maybe not right in a straight line. Just find a form where you can remain steady. If it's still too much, you can either do bridge or legs straight up. You're sitting on your wrists, okay, with your feet up over your hips. Wherever you are now, come into stillness. Merge with the form. Try to bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows to trigger divine perception. Those who are right on the shoulders, that you can take your hands to your thighs, whether the legs are lotus or straight up. If you notice now, you can come into Pindasana, bring your thighs against your belly, your lotus against your belly. Wrap your arms around the legs, join your hands underneath the feet. If you don't have a lotus and your legs are straight up, come back to plow. Land your feet behind your head softly, no big crash landings. Control the descent. Those who want can bring your thighs against your body and your knees on either side of the head. Imagine trying to get your knees to the ground inside the shoulders. Now withdraw from your senses. Imagine shutting off the ears and the eyes so no distractions, no inputs can come in. Remain undisturbed. Unjudging. Let go of all expectations and all attachments to results. Do the practice because it must be done. Now from here, get ready to come down, the palms down on the ground, the index fingertips touching, the thumb tips touching, and then bring the legs down. When your seat finds its way on the wrists, lower your legs down until you're halfway down. Try to keep your legs there. Charge your legs. And from here, push into your lower arms and lift your back up off the ground. So now body looks like a check mark a little bit. Push your chest up, pull the shoulders back, and see if you can get the top of the head to the ground. If this is too much, lower your legs all the way down to the ground. Now, take a breath. Breathe very fast, nose like a sniffing dog. Good. Now bring your head flat on the ground again. Push into your arms. Right back into plow pose, if you can. And then from here you have the option of just taking hold of the backs and knees and rolling up. Try to come into boat pose without landing your feet, without dropping your feet to the ground. If you can, however, take hold of the big toes with your index fingers, your two-piece fingers and your thumb. Hold your breath. Come right into boat without bending your legs if you can and dropping your feet in between. So it's just a little bit of a challenge there. And from here you can let go of the feet, arms out to the side, pause, streak of breath again. You can bend your knees as well like this if you need to, if that's easier for you. And again, breathe very fast. Lower the feet down to the ground. Scooch back a little bit here. Paschimottanasana. Raise your arms above the head, drape your body over your legs. If you have very tight hamstrings, you can keep your legs bent. You can even hug your body to your legs by holding your opposite elbows or upper close to the shoulders. And keep on sliding your heels out. If you're very flexible, you can get your legs flat on the ground and not detach your body from the legs. Of course, don't waste time. Go ahead right into it. Now, keep your attention to the base of the spine and just feel the spine lengthening from the base of the spine all the way to the crown. Keep imagining the chest is going to pass the knees at any point. And coming back, hands behind the back here. Purvottanasana or bench pose. If you have Purvottanasana, slide your feet a little bit closer. And then from here, you throw your hips up. You have to try to pull the toes to the ground by pushing your knees towards another. And then this way, move your feet in. You try to have your chest higher than the shoulders. If you sag like this and your feet are up, it's going to feel heavy. You won't be able to stay in the pose. So now, just push your toes into the mat. Lift your chest. If this is too much, just bring your feet back underneath your knees. And try to keep your knees, hips, and your shoulders on the same line. Your chest is higher than the shoulders. Allow the head to drop back. Best take your breath. Lower the seat down now. Keep your knees bent. Right hand right behind your back, center of the seat. Left arm up. Push your forearm against the outer right thigh. Inhale, lift to the chest, push the elbow against the knees actively and vice versa. Make sure your knees stay together and turn to the right. Revolve around the right arm. Keep lifting up on the inhale, exhale. Go a little bit deeper to the twist. And release, go to the other side, left hand right beside, down the center of the seat, behind the back, right arm up, and then press the forearm against the outer left thigh. Keep the chest wide open. Make sure you don't crush the abdomen, pull the belly away from the thighs. Push the knees against the elbows against the knee. And then release. Lie on the back. Make your way down gently. No big, heavy thuds on the ground. When you're down on the ground, take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Imagine you went completely unconscious. All the muscles relax instantaneously. Just imagine on the next inhale, you're collecting all the impurities from wherever they reside in the body. And this is not only the physical impurities, that which brings the body into a state of maybe discomfort sometimes, or a sense of restriction, tightness. Gather it all up, gather any mental thoughts that are negative or emotions that are disturbing you, that are causing you grief or anxiety or sadness or anger. And then just pull them all to the center, attract them all with your attention. On the exhale, just drop it all out. All these impurities that prevent you from realizing your fullest potential. Doubt and anger. Laziness, whatever it may be, whatever you see as a barrier. Lack of confidence. And any physical restrictions, imagine them just all leaving and making yourself lighter and closer to your true nature, which is infinite, immutable, pure, stainless. For within each being is a divine essence, the same amount in every body, every being, always present, without form
And its nature is unconditional love, boundless compassion, and wisdom. Come back to that true nature which is yours as well. Make an intention now of keeping that ingrained in your mind and heart that we're all one, we're all coming from we all have the same source, divine core. So say to yourself 3 times the following sentence: I see the divinity in all beings. And try to remember that as you go through your day-to-day life, in all your interactions, in all that you encounter. Not just extending your compassion to your friends and families and pets. Go beyond that to all beings. So now, repeat yourself the following sentence. That sentence 3 times if you haven't already. I see the divinity in all beings. And now, come back to seated. We'll close the practice with that firmly ingrained in our hearts. Come back to every day to see its realization every day. We'll close the practice now with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, sitting tall and supreme. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day.